Several months ago, a young man that I didn't know got killed here in Waterbury. From what little I know, he was in a bar, got into a dispute with another young man who then pulled out a knife after a dispute broke out, pulled out a knife, stabbed this guy who later died. And I learned about this young man on Facebook. I had saw all the posts about the grief and how much he was loved and how much he would be missed. And it really touched me because it was yet another case of a young black man, being black, I'm sensitive to it. Another young black man being killed by another young black man over nothing. Just utter nonsense. We lose another young black man who was a father. He was a good guy from everything I've heard. And in cities, in towns all across our nation, young folks are dying from violence for nothing oftentimes. And another type of violence that is affecting our young people, particularly in schools, but it happens outside of schools as well, is bullying. It goes across all racial and social divides. None of our kids are safe from violence. It is something that is critically important and something we all need to pay attention to, so I'm going to get into it. I have some facts and figures for you about this scourge that is sweeping across our country of youthful violence. These figures are a little bit dated because it takes time for statistics to be accumulated and analyzed and then put into reports and then published out to the public. But the trends of all these numbers are the same. They are bad. Okay. 5,764 young people between the ages of 10 and 24 were murdered. On average, 16 a day in 2007. Over 656,000 physical assault injuries in young people between 10 and 24 were treated in United States emergency rooms in 2008. In 2009, about 32% of all high school children reported being in a physical fight in the 12 months before the survey was taken. Nearly 6% of high school students in 2009 reported taking a gun, a knife, or a club to school in the 30 days before the survey. 6% of all high school kids. About 20% of high school kids reported being bullied on school grounds in 2009. The bottom line is this: we have got a problem. And the only way for this problem to go away is for us to decide that we will not tolerate this problem anymore. As for me, I am going to do something about it. And I say these things out in public because I expect to be held accountable when I say that I'm going to do something. So I, KLH, am going to do something about it. I have started an organization called Peace Squad. The website you can see right here, www.peacesquad.org. Everything is still in the formative stages, but things are moving ahead. The mission of the Peace Squad is to create an ongoing interaction with high school age kids that would include peer group discussions, mentoring in both positive and negative ways to show the results of not only good choices, but the results of bad choices, right? And presentations and more. We want to uncover risk factors for violence, discuss and implement actions to behaviors, and mitigate those risk factors. I'm going to hit that one more time. We want to uncover risk factors for violence and discuss and implement actions and behaviors to mitigate those risk factors. All right. It is our intent to eradicate violence amongst our youth. Our program will inspire youth to pass what they have learned on to adults and to pass what they have learned on to younger folks. So the thought is to hit right in the middle of our entire demographic, our entire population, to hit these high school age kids because they're going into an entirely new environment, and I feel like they can inspire by their examples older folks, and they can mentor and help younger kids. We want to involve our communities, local organizations, and businesses in helping to eliminate this violence. We will help our young people to create happy, long, and productive lives worth living. See, I feel that if a life is worth living, then people make better choices. We'll be teaching young people to make good choices and to take personal responsibility for those choices, and that will be at the foundation of all we do. Our motto will be, it begins with me. I intend to get out in front of this extremely serious issue and lead by example, but I can't make it happen by myself. Please go to our website. You'll see it right at the bottom of the screen. Blam! And fill out the form with any suggestions that you have. Also, let us know if you'd like to become involved and what you can bring to the table. We are going to need all kinds of people. We're still in the process of putting together a very tightly focused program, and your feedback will be very, very helpful in helping to achieve that and to create the kind of program that will make a difference in the lives of our youth. Now, it's one thing to be outraged when we see youth violence. Most people are outraged, and it's appropriate to be outraged. However, outrage alone will not solve the problem. It won't save any lives. We must act. And I don't personally have any kids, but I know this, that the future of our human race is in the hands of our children. And me, I am not willing to sit back and just be mad, to just sit back and talk about it. I'm putting my actions to work, and I need folks like you to help me out. So please, to be clear, this is not a black issue, it's not a Hispanic issue, it's an issue for all of us. Every kid can potentially be the victim of violence, so we all need to get involved. All of our kids are at risk. So please go to the website again. It is www.peacesquad.org. Please give us your suggestions. Let us know if we can call on you to help us save our kids. So here we are again at the end of another show, and I really appreciate you folks for tuning in. And you already know, if you have any questions, suggestions, concerns, you have an opinion on the show, please check me out at Blam, KLHOUD1 at Comcast.net. Let me know what's going on. If you have an opinion, I'd like to read it on the air. You don't have to agree with me, but you do have to be respectful and thoughtful. And In the next coming weeks, if not next week, the week after, I will be starting to film some shows down at the spot, the Castle Pub. I'll be letting you folks know you can come down, check us out, be a part of it all, you dig? And if you want to be a guest on the show, get at me, blam! Hit me on the email, let me know what's going on, what you like to talk about, and maybe we could make it happen. So, you know what we do at the end of every show? We got to get the drinky drink on. And this week, I know a lot of people think I'm crazy for this, but I'm keeping it real, really real, man. Hen rock, you heard me? Hennessy, baby. Gonna do this little shot. Again, it's a little early, so I'm gonna go a little bit easy. But gotta keep it authentic. I'm gonna do a little half a shot there. You know what it is. May I live to be 100 years, and may you live to be 100 years in a day. Peace. I'll talk to you next week. Peace. Check us out at the Castle Pub.